All right, so it is Teachers Convention here, and although I'm not presenting a session, I did have something to show, and so in the spirit of sharing, I thought I'd make a quick little video and share it out to the people that I think it might be useful to. What we've been kind of working on here, the advent of AI and using learning management systems here and generating lots of multiple choice questions. And if you've been putting multiple choice questions into something like Moodle, it can be kind of like a laborious task. So not only do you have to create the questions or generate the questions, but then putting them in is a lot of clicks and a lot of copying, a lot of pasting. And so a colleague of mine, Neil, had a big need to import some stuff, and so he sat down and kind of figured this out here on how to do this, and I've been using it a little bit. I thought I would just take some time and share it with everyone to show you how we've been doing this. So first thing you're going to want is you're going to want some questions, and I've been pretty busy generating some questions here. I usually use Brisk or Magic School to generate a whole bunch of multiple choice questions, have them in a Google Doc of some sort here, and you might already have like question banks of questions, but they're all just kind of the questions here, and I've gone through and I've kind of edited some out and taken out number 22 and so on, just done some rough editing of the questions here, and has an answer key in the file. So what I want to do is I want to bring this into my question bank in my learning management system. So the first thing you need to do is you need to be inside a course, doesn't matter, and you can you can access your question bank. And what we want to look for is we want to look for the categories, and it's really important to have a category built for your stuff here. I have lots of different categories, but I'm going to just add a category, and I'm just going to put it here the default so I can get rid of it later here because it's just demo questions. I'll just make a temporary category here because I've already kind of done this, and so I'm just going to add this category here, and now I have a category demo questions ready for all these questions we're going to put in. And essentially what we want to do is we just want to go here and say import. I'm going to import some questions. And the trick is, if you're importing a collection of questions here, you're going to have them in a specific format that your learning management system can read. And so Aiken format here is the one that we chose because it's the top of the list, and it's just for simple multiple choice questions, and it's a text file. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of like keep note of what this is here, Aiken format. I have no idea what it is, but you know who does? Chat GPT. So we can say, good evening, could you please convert the following multiple choice quiz questions into Aiken format. And here's the key. Neil found this out the hard way, without question numbers. And send that off, and it should say, of course, just paste the questions here. So we're going to go into our quiz, and I'm just going to grab all the questions here with the answer key. Kind of important. We grab the answer key there, just copy, and Control C to copy that, bring it into here, paste my entire quiz into the chat, hit enter, and it converts the quiz into Aiken format. And Aiken format is just, puts the answer underneath, and it just has, no tabs and so on. It's just a pretty simple, straightforward format that will allow you to easily generate these questions here. So we're working with probably about, I don't know, I think it might be 24, 25 questions here that it's generating. I don't have the numbers anymore, so it's hard to tell, but we'll just give it a second here. And when it's done, it kind of created in this little window, and so I don't even have to select it after. I can just kind of go up here and hit copy. So I copied that whole block, right? And it said that it needed the questions in Aiken format, right? That's what we're going to be importing it in. But Aiken format is a text file. So I'm just really quickly going to open up Notepad on Windows here. And I'm just going to paste in that that question set into a text file. I'm going to say File, Save As, and I'll call these like demo questions.txt. And let's just throw that on the desktop real quick so I can find it later. Save. And so now I have the demo questions copied. I can go to my desktop here, and I should be able to grab those demo questions from my desktop and just pop them in here. Then this is a really important point. The really important point that I want you to remember is you need to tell it where it goes. And I don't know why by default this is hidden. We can kind of click this, and this is where we're going to want to pick our category so it just doesn't go in the void of our question bank. So we kind of created these demo questions, but I mean, you ideally will have your categories created where you want to put the questions ahead of time, and then you select the category right now, and all you got to do is hit import. Imported 23 questions. You hit continue, and boom, there are your 23 questions, all nicely formatted, correct answers, and in the category that you wanted. And so it's like it saves you hours of copying and pasting and typing. So hopefully this is something that might be able to help you out in your day-to-day whatever. I know it has definitely saved Neil and myself some time here, and Corbin's been working with it, and hopefully he can get it going, because it's just the potential here is just to be a little more efficient. So hopefully that worked out, and hopefully made sense. So yeah, have a great rest of your evening.